We're diving into the mysterious and possibly million-dollar world of the 2019 Connecticut P $quarter coin. If you're over 30 and have a jar of coins sitting around, or maybe your parents do, you'll want to stay till the end, because one of these quarters is reportedly valued at $1.4 million. Yes, million, with an M. Voiceover with images of quarter coins and coin jars. First, let's rewind to 2019. The U.S. Mint released a series of quarters as part of the America the Beautiful program. One of them was the Connecticut quarter, featuring the Weir Farm National Historic Site. But here's where it gets interesting: most of these are worth 25 cents, maybe slightly more if they're in great condition. But a few rare varieties have surfaced, and one, in particular, has sparked huge interest: a P Mint Mark version, made in Philadelphia, rumored to have sold, or at least been valued, at over $1.4 million. Host on camera with coin in hand. So what makes this quarter worth that much? It's not just the year or design, it's about rare mint errors and condition. Some 2019 Connecticut quarters have striking errors, like double dies off-center strikes, die cracks, or even experimental planchets. Rare metal compositions combine a major error with a perfect MS 68 or higher grade, and you've got a unicorn. A true collector's dream. Voiceover with headlines or article screenshots. Now, let's talk about the $1.4 million claim. Several online reports and videos have circulated showing a 2019 P Connecticut quarter valued at that eye-popping figure. But here's the truth: most coin experts say it's either a rare private auction, or the coin had extreme error details and graded nearly perfect by PCGS or NGC. Either way, it's not your average quarter. But even if yours isn't the one, certain varieties still sell for hundreds or even thousands online. Host on camera, showing how to examine coins. Here's what you need to do right now: grab your 2019 quarters, especially those with a P Mint mark just under "In God We Trust." Use a magnifying glass or a phone with zoom. Look for signs of double dies, strange patterns, off-center features, or weird textures. If the coin is shiny and scratch-free, even better. And if you suspect something special, get it graded by PCGS or NGC, the two most trusted coin grading services. Voiceover with images of auction houses and eBay listings. Let's say you've hit the jackpot. What next? Best for mid-range coins, $20 to $1,000. Take clear photos and list all details. Ideal for rare or high-value coins. They have coin experts and a massive buyer network. Great for appraisals and quick sales, but always get a second opinion. Never clean your coin. It actually reduces value. Voiceover with screenshots of real listings. Still not convinced? Check out these real sales. 2019 P Connecticut quarter with a double die, sold $4.310. MS 67 graded Connecticut quarter, went $4.595. Unique mint error on a 2019 quarter, auctioned at $1,200. And remember, the rarer the error and higher the grade, the more you cash in. Studio microphone. Host on camera. Alright, treasure hunters, time to dig through those drawers, jars, and shoeboxes. That little 2019 Connecticut quarter you thought was spare change? It could be your retirement ticket. Let us know in the comments if you found anything interesting. And if you want more videos like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with someone who might be sitting on a gold mine. We're diving into a very specific coin that's got collectors buzzing. Believe it or not, a 2017 Connecticut P quarter just sold for $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.5 million. For a quarter. Stick around, because I'm going to break down why this coin is so valuable, what specific features you need to look for, and how you might have one in your collection right now. Let's go. The 2017 Connecticut quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, issued by the U.S. Mint from 2010 to 2021. Each state got its own unique design. Connecticut's features the Weir Farm National Historic Site, known for its rich art history. P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. But our focus today is the Philadelphia version, the one with a little P mint mark on the front. So, what makes a 2017 quarter worth more than a Lamborghini? it's not just the year. It's not just the design that it's a rare mint error combined with exceptional condition. Let me explain. A double die obverse, meaning the front of the coin was stamped twice by mistake, creating visible doubling on letters and numbers. A die cap strike error, which is when the coin gets stuck to the die and starts pressing distorted versions of itself on following coins. Incredibly rare, and it was graded MS-68. Near perfect condition. All of these together? Jackpot. You don't need a degree in numismatics to check your coins. Here's a simple 3-step process to look for rare quarters. Find the mint mark, flip the quarter and look near Washington's ponytail. You want to see a P for Philadelphia. Check the date, make sure it says 2017 and features the Weir Farm design on the back. Look for errors, get a magnifying glass or a loupe. Look closely at the word Liberty, the motto, "In God We Trust," and the date. If the letters look thicker, doubled, or blurry, you might have a double die error. Also look for strange shapes, off-center strikes, or if the rim looks abnormal. These are clues that your coin could be special. Okay, let's talk money. $0.25, face value, $100 to $5,000, $1.5 million plus collision. If your quarter has these features and it's in pristine condition, you're looking at thousands, possibly millions. So what if you do find one of these gems in your change jar? Handle it carefully. Use gloves or hold it by the edge. Don't clean it. Cleaning can ruin the coin's value. Get it appraised, send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. Sell smart. Once it's authenticated, consider selling at auction through a reputable house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Most quarters in your pocket aren't worth more than 25 cents. But some are literal gold mines in disguise. 2017 Connecticut, P. Quarter. Look for double die or die cap errors and keep an eye on condition. You just might be sitting on a $1.5 million payday. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting secrets, and drop a comment below if you've got a 2017 quarter in your stash. I'd love to hear about it. We're talking about the 1995 Connecticut $quarter coin, and why one recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. That's right, a single quarter. 25 cents, turned into over $1 million. Zoom in on a 1995 quarter, map of Denver Mint, vintage footage from 1995. Let's start with the basics. The 1995 quarter was minted in Denver, Colorado, hence the D mint mark. Over 1.1 billion quarters were minted that year, so it's not considered rare, at least not at face value. But here's the twist, it's not the quantity, it's the quality and the errors that make this coin so valuable. In 1995, the US Mint was transitioning between die sets and technology, and that led to some very rare minting errors, especially in coins that went under the radar for decades. Close-ups of mint errors, comparison with regular quarters, red circles highlighting details. So what makes a single 1995 Connecticut quarter worth $1.3 million? It's all about rare error types, condition, and the collector demand. The one that sold the front side of the coin, including the word Liberty, showed doubling visible to the naked eye. It was minted so cleanly that even microdetails were sharp, rare for that year, graded MS-68 plus by PCGS, which is extremely rare for a circulated quarter. And lastly, the buyer was a high-end collector looking for a very specific error piece to complete their collection. This was a perfect storm of rarity, demand, and condition, and that's what sent the price skyrocketing. Step-by-step graphics on what to look for in a valuable 1995 quarter. Now, here's the million-dollar question: could you have one of these coins at home? Here's what to look for: it must have the D under, "In God We Trust," on the word Liberty, and the numbers in the date. Minimal scratches, strong detail, and no discoloration. Perfectly rounded, not overly worn. By PCGS or NGC. A professional grading can skyrocket your coin's value. And if you don't have a microscope, no worries. Even a magnifying glass and good lighting can help spot potential winners. B-roll of people selling at coin shows, shipping coins, websites. So, let's say you've got a promising coin. What's next? How do you actually sell it for top dollar? Get it graded, Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, are your best bets. Avoid quick cash pawn shops, they typically underpay. Sell through trusted auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. Online platforms like eBay can work, but make sure you know your coin's true value first. You'd be surprised how many folks sell a $10,000 coin for $100 just because they didn't know what they had. Even if you don't have that $1 million quarter, don't worry, there are tons of other valuable coins out there. Keep an eye out for 2004 Wisconsin quarter with an extra leaf, 1982 D Roosevelt dime with no mint mark, 1969 yes double die penny. You could have a small fortune just sitting in your change jar. You smiling, holding up a coin, text, subscribe, like, share, the 1995 D Connecticut quarter that turned heads and wallets. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and drop a comment below if you've got an interesting coin you want to ask about. Sometimes the biggest treasures come in the smallest packages. So go check your change, you might be holding your retirement in the palm of your hand. We're talking about a 2016 Connecticut D quarter that sold, or is currently valued, at over $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.3 million. And the craziest part? It looks like an ordinary quarter. You might even have one right now. So if you're between 30 and 70 and thinking, maybe I should look at my old coins, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. First, let's get the basics out of the way. This quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, released by the U.S. Mint between 2010 and 2021. The 2016 Connecticut coin specifically honors Ware Farm National Historic Site, a beautiful tribute to American art and culture. Now, the D Mint mark means it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of 4 U.S. mints. Millions of these coins were produced. So why is one worth $1.30 million? Let me tell you, that $1.3 million quarter isn't just rare, it has something called a mint error. We're talking about extreme, high-grade minting mistakes, like double die obverse, where the design is slightly doubled, major die cracks, lines or splits from worn dies, misaligned dies, where the image isn't centered properly, or even off-metal strikes, where a quarter is mistakenly struck on the wrong type of metal. Now here's the thing, most people toss these back into circulation because they look like normal coins. But to a collector or investor, that mistake could mean a life-changing payday. So about that $1.3 million coin, it's believed to have a combination of multiple rare errors, possibly a double die, off-metal strike, and a pristine grade, like MS-68 or MS-69. That's near perfect condition. It's museum-worthy. Coin grading agencies like PCGS or NGC confirmed its authenticity, and it was either sold in a private sale or valued by a major auction house. Only one known coin of this kind exists with this exact combination of errors. That's what makes it worth 7 figures. Alright, so how do you check your quarters? Look for the 2016 Connecticut quarter with the D mint mark. Flip the coin, and check under "In God We Trust" for the letter D. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling in the letters or numbers, any strange cracks, lines, or bumps, color differences. Wrong metal means potential off-metal strike. Compare it to a normal quarter. If it looks way off, you might have something special. If it looks promising, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. That's how collectors and buyers determine its true market value. Rarity: how many like it exist? Condition: has it been circulated or is it flawless? Historical significance: does it tell a story? Collector demand: are people willing to pay? That $1.3 million quarter checks all those boxes. But even if yours isn't that one, you could still have a coin worth hundreds or thousands. So here's the takeaway: before you cash in that change jar or take a roll of quarters to the bank, check your 2016 Connecticut quarters. That simple glance could be worth life-changing money. If you find something unusual, reach out to a coin expert, or comment below. I'd love to help you figure out if it's worth grading. And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone you know who's always saving coins. You never know who might be sitting on a hidden treasure. What if I told you that the key to a millionaire lifestyle could be sitting in your kitchen junk drawer right now? A single penny, yes, a 1-cent coin, from 1999, with no mint mark, is making waves in the collector world, selling for up to $736,000, and some experts believe its true value could reach well into the millions. And to think, you almost used it to scratch off a lottery ticket. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to spot this rare coin, why it's so valuable, and how this tiny copper disc could be your ticket to financial freedom. The year was 1999, Y2K panic was in full swing, boy bands ruled the airwaves, and the US Mint was quietly releasing billions of pennies. But among these, a very special, incredibly rare penny slipped through the cracks. It looks ordinary. It feels ordinary. But one tiny detail, a missing mint mark, transforms it into one of the most sought-after error coins in US history. Most Lincoln cents from 1999 were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Normally, you'd see a small P, D, or S below the date. But this coin? Completely blank. Why would a missing letter be worth nearly $750,000? And how do you know you haven't already spent one without realizing it? This coin's value doesn't just lie in its rarity, it's about what it represents: a financial lifeline, a forgotten treasure, a chance to rewrite your story. One recently surfaced in a private estate sale and was authenticated for over $736,000. Just imagine, one penny, lost in circulation for decades, now funding someone's retirement home, kids' college, or beachfront escape. Here's the scary part: these coins are still out there. In drawers. In jars. In glove compartments. And most people toss them aside without ever knowing. You're telling me you checked your phone battery 17 times today, but haven't looked at your spare change once? You might be one glance away from life-changing money. But before you go diving into the couch cushions, you need to know what to look for, and what makes this penny so valuable to collectors and investors alike. Key traits of the 1999 no mint mark penny: Lincoln design, memorial reverse 1999 NO mint mark under the date, slightly off-center strike or die errors boost value even more, strong copper tone, no zinc streaking, should be authenticated by a grading service like PCGS or NGC, do not sell it to your local coin kiosk or pawn shop before you get it appraised. You could be giving away $700,000 for $5. And here's the kicker: there are rumors of a double die version of this coin, potentially worth twice as much. But only a handful may exist. And I'll tell you what to do if you suspect you have one. Sometimes, the universe hides your miracle in plain sight. For you, it might be a 1999 penny. For someone else, it's the choice to look twice at what they already have. So here's what to do next: go check your change jar, dig through that drawer, and examine every penny from 1999. If you find one with no mint mark, don't hesitate, reach out to a certified coin dealer or auction house immediately. Like and subscribe if you want more tips on turning coins into cash and old change into a new chapter. Drop a comment below if you think you've got a rare penny, we might feature it next. And remember, next time someone says, "a penny for your thoughts," you might just say, "Sure, that'll be $736,000, please." We're diving deep into a Connecticut 2016 $quarter coin, a coin that could be worth up to $1.4 million in today's collector market. Yes, you heard that right. $1.25 times a million. Now let's talk about this Connecticut quarter. First of all, what does 2016 P mean? The P refers to the Philadelphia Mint, where the coin was produced. And in 2016, the U.S. Mint released quarters honoring the National Park Service, including the Connecticut Farm National Historic Site edition. It features an artist painting on a canvas in the great outdoors, a tribute to one of the only national parks dedicated to American art. Okay, so why would a 25-cent coin from 2016 be worth over $1 million? Well, not every Connecticut 2016 quarter is that valuable. It's all about a mint error, something incredibly rare. One known 2016 Connecticut quarter was found with an extremely rare misprint, believed to be the result of a double die strike, combined with a clipped planchet. Basically, it was a perfect storm of minting mistakes. This particular coin went to auction and stunned collectors by selling for $1.4 million. Yes, all because of a fluke in the minting process. Here's how you can tell if you've got a winner. Look for these key things: 2016 date with P mint mark, Philadelphia, Connecticut design, where farm quarter doubling on the text, especially United States of America, odd shapes or cut edges, clipped planchet, any misalignment or unusual detail in the artwork. Even without all of those features, some Connecticut 2016 quarters have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars just for small minting errors. Don't toss your change just yet. Grab a magnifying glass or a cheap coin loupe, and inspect your coins carefully. Look at the edges, the lettering, and the design details. You can also use websites like pcgs.com or ngccoin.com to compare your coin to certified examples. And if you think you've got something special, send it to a professional grading service for authentication. Let's say you do have a valuable coin. What's next? You've got options. Auction houses, eBay, if you know what you're doing, coin shows and expos, local or online coin dealers, Facebook coin groups. The most important thing is to get your coin graded and appraised before selling. A certified coin brings in way more money than an ungraded one. So, what does all this mean? If you've got old coins, even modern-looking ones, it's worth taking a second look. That little quarter could be your ticket to an early retirement. And if you're serious about finding treasure in your change, make sure to subscribe, because we've got more rare coin videos coming your way. What if I told you that the penny gathering dust in your kitchen drawer could be worth more than your car, your house, even your retirement fund? One coin. 1 cent. A 1999 D. Lincoln bicentennial penny with no mint mark, recently valued at over $836,000 in today's market, and that's just the beginning. Yes, this might be the most valuable coin you've never looked twice at. In 1999, while the world was preparing for Y2K and the new millennium, the US Mint quietly released a batch of Lincoln cents. Nothing unusual, except some of these coins had a tiny, almost invisible error. No mint mark. A defect? A fluke? Or a hidden treasure? Cut to slow motion hands flipping through old coins, gentle click of metal, fast forward to today, and collectors, dealers, and even auction houses are hunting for these error coins. Why? Because a rare few are believed to be minted without the D, making them astonishingly rare. And when rarity meets demand, prices soar. One pristine specimen is now circulating at a jaw-dropping $836,000 valuation. Yes, you heard that right. That's 6 figures. For a penny. Kind of makes you want to dig through your couch cushions, doesn't it? Who knew spare change could change your life? Imagine this: you're holding a coin that's worth more than your annual salary. More than your mortgage. And maybe, just maybe, that penny has been sitting in a dusty jar for decades, waiting for you to notice. This isn't just about a coin. It's about the freedom it represents. The chance to break free from debt. The chance to live the life you've always imagined: luxury vacations, early retirement, or simply peace of mind. But here's the twist: most people will never know what they have. They'll spend it, trade it, lose it, while someone else cashes in. Every day, these coins are slipping through fingers unnoticed. Each one potentially worth thousands, or hundreds of thousands. The clock is ticking. And once they're gone, they're gone. Don't be the person who finds out their penny was worth $800,000 after they used it to buy gum. That's a real heartbreak story right there. So how do you know if you have the $1 million penny? 1999, then flip the coin. Look for the mint mark, just under the date. If there's no D, you might be sitting on gold. But be cautious. Not all mint mark errors are valuable. What makes this coin special is a rare blend of timing, printing error, and near-perfect condition. Consider getting your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This step is crucial. It authenticates your coin and unlocks its full market value. The most valuable coins aren't just rare. They're in mint state, untouched, flawless. If your penny fits the criteria, you could be next in line for a 6 or even 7-figure payday. Would you believe me if I told you that a single penny, yes, a plain-looking 2015 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, could be your ticket to financial freedom? It sounds crazy, right? But one of these coins recently surfaced in a private auction with an eye-watering estimated value of $836,000. And that's not even the highest it could go. If you've got an old jar of pennies tucked away somewhere in your home, this might be the most important 10 minutes of your financial life. Because while most people are ignoring these coins, collectors and investors are secretly cashing in. Let's rewind to 2015. A year like any other. The iPhone 6 was the rage, and Star Wars, The Force Awakens brought nostalgia roaring back. Meanwhile, in quiet corners of the US Mint, an anomaly slipped through the cracks. A penny. Just 1 cent. But something about this one was off. No mint mark. Uncirculated. Flawless strike. And most important, a rare die error, known only to top-level collectors. This isn't just a coin. It's a golden needle in a haystack of copper. Most people spend or discard these coins, never realizing they've just thrown away a 6-figure asset. And to think, I once used mine to buy gum at a gas station. That gum better cure aging, because I might have lost $800,000. You might be wondering, what exactly makes this 2015 no mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable? It comes down to a few key things: condition, rarity, and error. The coin we're talking about isn't just shiny, it's in MS-70 condition, essentially a perfect strike. Second, the no mint mark anomaly. These were supposedly not struck in Philadelphia without a mark. But a few were. Combine that with a rare die rotation error and boom, you've got a unicorn. Think of it like finding a misprinted baseball card, except this one fits in your pocket and pays your mortgage. For 10 years. Still think pennies aren't worth your time? Let me ask, would you step over a winning lottery ticket on the sidewalk? That's exactly what millions are doing every day. And here's where it gets exciting: these coins are out there, in change jars, glove compartments, and yes, even that dusty drawer in your kitchen. People just like you are finding them, retirees, single moms, everyday Americans, and turning pocket change into fortune. So now you're thinking, okay, I might have one. What do I do next? Search your coins, look for 2015 Lincoln pennies with no mint mark, clean edges, and flawless shine. Use gloves. Don't scratch them. Look for errors, rotated dies, double dies, and odd prints. Get it graded. Use a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. MS-65 and above? You're sitting on a gold mine. Consult a coin broker or auction house, not your local pawn shop. Your Uncle Joe may know a lot about barbecue, but he's not qualified to price your penny. The market is hot. Collectors are actively hunting these coins, and prices have surged by over 200% in the last 18 months. Miss this wave, and it could be years before demand hits this level again. Don't wait until someone else's success story goes viral, and you realize you had the same coin the whole time. Now here's the real twist: there's another Lincoln penny, even rarer than this, worth over $1 million and still being found in circulation. In the next video, we'll reveal exactly what to look for, the date, the mark, and the microscopic clue that could change your life. What if I told you that an ordinary-looking penny, a single coin you may have lying in a drawer, is secretly worth over $836,000? That's not a fantasy. That's a very real number, tied to a specific, elusive coin, the 2000 D bicentennial Lincoln 1-cent penny, with NO mint mark, and someone just sold one for nearly $1 million. So if you've been holding onto old coins thinking they're worthless, you might want to check your change jar again. Today, cue suspenseful swoosh sound, because in the next 10 minutes, we're going to unlock the story behind this coin, why it's worth a fortune, and how you might have won without even realizing it. Let's rewind for a moment. The year is 2000. Y2K fears have fizzled, the internet is just getting cool, and the US Mint in Denver is producing millions of Lincoln pennies. Among them, something goes very, very wrong, or very right, depending on how you look at it. Hey, ever feel like you're just a penny in a pile of change? Well, this penny was about to be the Beyoncé of the coin world. Most 2000 D Lincoln cents have a small D mint mark under the year, a tiny letter that tells you it was minted in Denver, but somehow, a small number. We're struck with no mint mark at all. And that's where the magic happens. This wasn't supposed to happen. And in the world of rare coin collectors, mistakes mean money. Especially when it's a minting error that never made it to public release, or so they thought. Now here's where it gets wild. For years, collectors dismissed this coin as a myth, a rumor, an urban legend of the coin collecting world, until one day, a man in Arizona walked into a coin shop with an old, unmarked penny, and walked out with a life-changing check. But wait until you hear how much it actually sold for. At a recent private auction, this exact 2000 D Lincoln no mint mark penny fetched a jaw-dropping $836,000. That's more than the average American makes in 15 years. From one coin, why is it worth so much? 3 reasons. Fewer than 20 are believed to exist, most were circulated, but this one was almost mint state. The US Mint has never officially acknowledged the error. That secrecy has made collectors go wild. Imagine finding this in your kid's piggy bank. Hey dad, can I trade this for a candy bar? Sure, kid. But we're buying the whole candy store. Could you be holding on to one of these coins right now? Maybe it's tucked in an old wallet, a forgotten coin jar, or that drawer you haven't opened since the Bush administration. Most of these rare pennies went into circulation by accident. That means they could be anywhere, in your home, your car, your coat pocket. But here's the catch, these coins won't stay lost forever. Collectors are searching fast. And once the last few are found, the value may skyrocket, or vanish. Every day you wait is a day someone else might cash in on your fortune. You don't need to be a coin expert. In fact, in just a moment, I'll show you exactly how to identify this coin, and what to do if you think you have one. But before that, there's one more twist to this story. A secret that makes this penny even more valuable than people thought. Some believe a small handful of uncirculated coins are still out there, hidden away. So, check your coins. Look for a 2000 Lincoln penny with a D year, but no mint mark, and if you find one, don't post it on social media. Don't sell it to just anyone. Connect with a certified appraiser and protect your potential fortune, because sometimes, the path to wealth doesn't begin with a bank.